this slaps. Hang on a second. I just put my headset on. Whoa. It is the Speedy Go Fast Fast Banger Band. It's so good. Ah! You lot are so funny with your remote. the freaking speed R and L with the banger band. Da, da, da. Wait, how have I actually got louder? That's not possible. Oh, we're spinning really fast. Wait, speed L. Wait, I got speed R. Okay, no, I am the streamer today. I am not the... Oh, wait, hang on. Why am I talking to you without the freaking... Hello, everyone. Oh, God. Wait, why is there a black screen? Oh, okay, good. Hello! I was, like, sitting here talking to you, and what's the point of having the starting screen? Because we are... I'm already, like... Why don't we just sit and chat like normal? What's on the shirt? I actually don't know. It's PJs. Oh, Dumbo! Oh, wait, and I look like I've got it. Okay, yeah. Matching hair, matching shirt. I put my hair up because it was really annoying me. And I was like, why don't I just put it in bunchies? Because they're like ears. There we go. Oh my God. Wait, you're right. Let me untuck my sprouts from the headband. I hate it when I do this. Like the sprouts get covered because they're under the headband. Let me just pull them out. There we go. Oh my God, that was a disaster. This is such a banger. Hang on a minute. Whoa. Right, so I got linked an article today in the Discord. Miek, thank you so much for the 12 months. What do you mean sprout? No, I'm not sproutless. I got them out. I got my sprouts out for you. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that sentence. I don't think we're going to say that again. That did not sound good. Need talk, wait. Oh my gosh. Right. So, if you have or haven't seen, you know we played No Rest for the Wicked. It was a while ago, actually. It might have been last month. We had, like, access to an early build, which was really cool, on, like, the announcement day. And it's the developers who made Ori and the Blind Forest. They've created a top-down Souls-like with, like, well, I mean, I made a command today, so I made a timer command, you might see it. But there's like player housing, there's crafting. It's so good. It came out in early access yesterday, so I am really excited to have a look at that. But also, the War Within Alpha came out too, and I'm very lucky. I have Alpha access. So I was like, oh, we can go through, have a look at Alpha. I'm actually really excited to look through the Mage Hero talents. So I really want to go through like the Mage Hero talents. I want to have a look at Alpha, see what's what. There's also an arachnophobia setting that they've added that I want to test out. I don't have arachnophobia, but it's quite cool. Apparently there's a lot of spiders in the next expansion, and it will transform all of the spider looking things into like something else if you have like arachnophobia or something. And I was like, wait, that's such a good idea. Like, what a cool thing to implement. Sun Fury is a machine gun pyro. I haven't even looked at anything yet, Nick, so I'm well excited. They all become crabs. Okay, so basically it's like crab rave setting. I always hate alpha and beta for WoW, just laziness suggests. To tune the game for themselves. Well, that is a very... I mean, you're not wrong. Could be. I can definitely see why people would think that. I'd say it's a bit more cynical and harsh. I don't know if I'm fully all that way. I in the past, I have issues with alpha, beta, any of those types of things like PTR, because I don't know if I'm old school. I don't even know if it's an old school thing. I don't know if that's the correct term. I like to play the game like when it comes out, and I don't want to know everything before the game comes out. I want to play the game, explore the game. I want to play the game when it comes out, and I feel like with alpha and beta in any game, it's kind of like just playing the game early. And yeah, it can help build excitement. It can be a good thing, but generally I would always ignore alpha and beta. Like, I've never played an alpha or a beta in WoW until I became a creator, because then I was like, you know what, I have to suck it up because it's really interesting. I have the privilege, big privilege, of having access to alpha. Like, let's go have a look at it, because there are people who want to see it, you know? Like, I have an opportunity, I'm gonna use it. Like, I'm very lucky to have alpha access. I'm sure a lot of people really would love that. I feel very privileged. So it's like, okay, well, let's take a look at it. And I kind of put my feelings about stuff like that aside, because I'm like, well, it's cool, let's have like an early look. But I can, in terms of it tuning the game for the devs, they still have to actually tune, you know, they get feedback. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing though. Like, listening to the player base, hearing what people have to say, taking that into consideration, I don't see how that's ever a bad thing, like in any game, you know? And I'm not saying all player feedback is a good thing. Some people don't know what they want. Some people think that they want a thing, and then the thing happens and they hate it. And like for me, for example, I was a big advocate for like gear. Like, nobody cares about gear. Gear is a means to play the content I want to play. Like, if I want to jump in and play Mythic Plus, I need gear for that. I'm not doing Mythic Plus to get gear. I'm pushing keys because I enjoy playing that content. So like, I was very much the whole on-side, like, I don't like the best gear being awarded from the final boss doesn't make sense to me, because you've killed the final boss. It's like, it's over, progression is over, what's the point? So I'm very much that mindset. And then when they made gear easier to acquire, people were like, but I've got no carrot on a stick, I've got no grind, I've got no incentive. So then I learned, after they made gear much easier to obtain, yes, that's a good thing, but I learned through that, well, people do need an incentive. Like, people enjoy the feeling of progressing their character. And I think that's like core fundamental value of an MMO, feeling like your character progression is a key system, I would say. And if gear is just like there, it kind of takes away that a little bit. So then I learned, okay, well, there needs to be an element of character progression. You can't just have gear there. There needs to be an element of that, especially maybe in WoW, because that's what people are used to. So, you know, I learned that. So it's funny because people think they want something, or they think they're like hard set on a point, and then like that thing happens, and then it's like, oh wait, hang on a minute. And sometimes the devs kind of know that. Or people know that. So, you know, listening to player feedback can be good or bad. Or some people just have freaking bad takes. Sure, I've had my fair share. Not that anyone's listening to me, but, you know, there's loads of things. But I do think that it's kind of nice to have, like, people give feedback. I think feedback is always going to be a good thing. Because it might spark something else. Like, you get player feedback and it's like, okay, we don't really agree with this point, or this point isn't a good thing, but actually it sparks something else, like a new idea or something else, and then it's like it leads on to something, so it's always a good thing. You are my favorite bad taste. That's the best compliment I think I've ever received. I need to pin that. Why is that the best compliment I've ever received? That's being pinned. That's my favorite thing I've heard all month. You're my favorite bad taste. Like, that's like saying to someone you're their favorite bad smell. Like, you're my favorite bad thing. That is uplifting. What do you mean stop saying it? It's getting worse. Is that, wait, hang on a minute. Is it sus? Wait, is it sus? I didn't read it as sus. Is it sus? Am I saying something bad? Oh! Bagger! Anyway. All right, well. Anyway, so going back to the original point, I think you are entitled to your opinion for sure. I don't know if I lean heavily into it's a lazy way to test things, but I can understand why you feel like that. I kind of like how I thought I wanted Taco Bell last night until my stomach started to hurt afterwards. I've never had Taco Bell, and I'm scared to try it now at this point. Back in my day, games were something you only found in machines. But Endless Treadmill is not fun. 14 allows me to finish the tier in 1 month and go play other games, and I love it. Yes, Final Fantasy 14 feels really good in that sense, but like maybe that's just where the different games kind of come into play. Yes, they're both MMOs, but they're different. Like in FF14 it feels good, but if you apply that in a different MMO it won't feel as good because it doesn't hit, it's not the same tone, it's not the same, you know. By the way, do you still like wearing those sprouts? Well, yeah, because I grew them, they're real. But yeah, no, they're fine. I just forget, no, you know what it is? I'm not wearing it because I don't want to wear them. Oh, I don't want it to be interpreted like people are like, where are the sprouts? I have chosen to not wear them, and people are like, where are the sprouts? And then I feel pressure to put them on. Because if I didn't want to wear them, I wouldn't wear them. I just forgot. I just forget. So when you remind me, I'm like, oh yeah. So it's not a bad thing. I remember saying getting a headache from them. I think it's actually a really good headband, but I've figured out the placement. It was like one time I had the placement like in a weird place, and then the pressure of the headset and my glasses, they kind of clashed a bit, which happens I think with most things, but it's fine. It doesn't cause headaches, no. That's what Criterion is currently suffering from in 14. It's super challenging, but there's not much of a reason to do it. I'd definitely be more inclined to do it if it dropped like tone gear upgrade tokens. Yeah, we spoke about that lightly. I think that's a good idea. Just got back from vacation to catch up on buzz. Just saw your safe opening stream. 10 out of 10 content. Absolutely the most riveting Twitch stream I've seen. Oh my god, that stream was such a shit show. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, because that was probably the most insane 3 hours I've ever had. That's saying a lot for me, because everything is insane for me. Riding home. I'm scrolled up, so I actually can't see any of your messages. I'm scrolled way up. Guild Wars 2 do horizontal progression, which is a completely interesting way to design different MMOs for different gamers. Yes, absolutely. Okay, I've scrolled down and I see all the homes. I have no issue with WoW being different. If people like the treadmill, what's the problem? Yes, exactly. So I'm still of the stance, right? So I've edited my view on gear a bit. I actually think, okay, give people character progression, give people incentive, right? Some people are gear driven. That's important. I think what my point was, I just don't think the hardest content, gear is a relevant reward in that bracket. That's what I think. So having gear, character progression, having that is important, but let's put it way down the scale. If we're talking like Mythic Plus, right, think about all the numbers, put it down the scale, because in that bracket, that's a good reward in that sense. If you are pushing the highest keys, right, you're choosing to compete in the hardest content, like you need gear to do that, and you also, when you're doing that, you're not doing it for a gear reward, you're doing it for the challenge. It's like ultimates, right? But I think Final Fantasy XIV does that quite well already, where you get gear rewards in Savage, and then you have ultimates, which are basically Savage fights. Like when you think about you're fighting a boss in a raid setting, it's kind of the same thing, right? It's just ultimates are like really challenging, really up there. And yes, you get a very small gear upgrade, but that's not necessarily why people do ultimates. Like you're not clearing the ultimate to get gear to then to get gear. You're doing the ultimate because it's challenging, it's rewarding, you get glam. Like there are other incentives to do that, and you're not tying extremely difficult content with gear rewards. Because can you imagine if they put the best gear with ultimates and people felt pressure? It puts pressure on people because everybody wants the best gear. You could easily like be ableist and say, well, not ableist, but like you could easily say like, well, if you don't do the best content, you deserve the best gear. But I just think that's not relevant, because everybody wants the best gear. It doesn't matter what level you play at. Everybody loves chasing that carrot on the stick. Everybody loves their character being the best they could possibly be. And I just think that's a really like small-minded, narrow way of thinking. I don't know. I don't think that's like a bad take. I do. I just think it's just not relevant, really. Like, everyone deserves the best gear, I think. Because getting gears enables you to play the game. Whereas cosmetics, like, I think cosmetics with ultimates, like, that's to show off your achievement. That's to show off what you've accomplished. And you would obviously have to have succeeded in that to get that awesome reward, for sure. But yeah, I just don't, because it would put pressure on people to do ultimates, play content that's out of their comfort zone. It just burns people out and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, I've changed. I do think like you shouldn't just be given gear in WoW. I know it's different in Final Fantasy 14, but in WoW, like, okay, fine, you shouldn't be given gear. Gear shouldn't be free because people still need that character progression feeling, and that everyone enjoys that. But just don't put it in the top high-end content, because it's just like at that point you're playing for the competition. You're not playing for character progression. That's all. So like, things happen. Oh no! What are these tickets? Unbelievable. What a load of rubbish. Right, let's have a look at my... I think I'm capped on some things. Oh god, I am. I think they're bringing back Heroic Week. Are they bringing back Heroic Week? No way. That's actually really good. Yeah, I played Plunderstorm. I played with Preach. We actually won our second game. It was total fluke. But yeah, I played loads of Plunderstorm. So are they bringing back Heroic Week? Are they actually bringing back Heroic Week? Because in my opinion, that is a really big deal. But, oh no, who is this? Who is this? No, I've been out-badded. It's the baddie mage. No. I'm pretty sure I saw someone tweet about it the other day, but they could have been like, oh, okay, fake news, maybe. Oh, I've been out-badded. It's the badder mage. Oh, you're so cute. It's actually me. Me for real. It's the true me. What's Heroic Week? It's when all the raiders wear capes. That's so wholesome. Why is that so wholesome? For a week, we could all be the hero. Heroic, so with the raiding, I don't know how it works in FF, but then also you don't have like 95 difficulties where 90 of them are irrelevant. So in WoW, you have LFR, which is like a queue finder, just puts you in. It's the easiest difficulty. That's actually the most difficult difficulty. But you have normal, you have heroic, and then you have mythic. Mythic being the hardest difficulty. So really, you got three main difficulties: normal, heroic, and mythic. And before, when the raid launched, you would have access. So the first week is just leveling. The first week, leveling, getting used to everything. They don't release like Mythic Plus. They don't release the raids. Like, you have to wait a week for that. And then on that second week, you get access to Mythic Plus. That's then when your grind truly starts. And you used to get normal and heroic open, and you'd have a week where you would farm Mythic Plus, you would go into normal and heroic, and then a week after that, Mythic would open, which was the most challenging difficulty. But they changed it, I think in Dragonflight was the first time they changed it, where normal, heroic, and mythic all launch, and Mythic Plus all launch in the same week. And for me, it was just too much. It was just so chaotic. It was just really stressful because you've now got three difficulties, Mythic Plus, and also it makes the race to world first like really rubbish because look, in the race, it's an MMO. There is character progression. You have to get gear in order to compete. It's important. You have to actually prepare your characters. It's not an instance, it's not tournament realm where you can just jump into something and kill it. You need gear. It might be the same, it's the same in 14, like you need gear to kill stuff, right? You have to acquire that gear, you have to prepare your characters. But where normal, heroic, and mythic all launch the same week, a lot more time is taken up by splits, for example. Like, you still get splits on reset with the mythic raid opening, sure, but like, I think it felt worse because like mythic's there, it's available, but you've got so much stuff to do before you can even step into mythic. Wow, hang on a second. Oh, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the heroic week article. Oh, it really is happening. Hell yeah. It's heroic week for launch since everyone is in leveling gear, but in later patches, since people will be in high level gear, probably go back to week 1 mythic. Okay, well, we'll have a look at the article. In 14, when a new raid drops, there's always a week before Savage difficulty is unlocked. Okay, do you have other difficulties other than Savage, or is it just Savage? Basically, the raid opens a week later. It allows you to get used to the patch, it allows you to play, it allows you to do stuff and not feel pressure, not feel stressed, and then you can enjoy the content. It's just normal and Savage. Wait, what's, oh, you get normal? What's normal? Yeah, Absolute wasn't fake news. Ultimate is next patch, okay. Just Savage, but that coming a week later allows everyone to do the story content without rushing. Exactly, right? You're allowed to do what you want to do without rushing. It doesn't put pressure on anything you're doing, and also it doesn't put pressure on anything. The stuff that's not raiding and also raiding. It gives you time to enjoy the content. So that was my issue with the whole mythic launching the same time as everything else, like all of it in one go. I liked having a week where you can just chill, farm currencies, rep, level, blah, blah, blah. And then you have heroic and normal, got a week to do mythic plus, and then you've got mythic, like you get extra preparation. But one thing I have to say is I actually never looked into the counter argument of the benefits or why people would enjoy mythic launching the same time as everyone else. I actually don't know what the other side of it is, so people could have a good point. I mean, I think there are a lot of people arguing in favor for mythic in the same week. I can't think of any reason why you want that, unless you just really want to jump into mythic, but unless you're just really excited to jump into mythic and just want to go, but you can't really get far in mythic because you still need gear. So like, if the game's not kind of gatekeeping you an extra week gear will, there's only so much you can do. And I don't think most people are going to be able to kill anything on mythic. I don't know. It's like the mythic launching that week is not relevant to most people, I don't think. Normal week is story mode in FF. Everyone above that is not considered a canon. Okay. I know, I got the baddest mage on screen. The first week of patch raiders will get penta-melded crafted gear, clear the new extreme weapon, and then be ready for Savage. I think it's nice to have that time to prepare your characters and stuff. As far as I know, it's for people that only want to do Mythic Plus, since it just delays Mythic Plus by a week for them. Yeah, but okay. I forgot that Mythic Plus also launched with Mythic, right? So you would have a week where you had nothing, apart from Mythic Zeros and Dungeons, Heroic, and blah, blah, blah. And then the second week, everything was launching. But it would be Mythic and Mythic Plus. But like, there's no reason why Mythic Plus can't come out with normal and Heroic. Like, there's no reason to wait 2 weeks. Oh my God, Levy, I needed a day off yesterday. Gosh, I was, yeah, that was a big moment. That was a big moment. Mythic is crossed around from launch too. That is really good. Really, really good. Do I plan on raiding day 1 Savage for Dawntrail? Okay, I would love to, but I need to get in a place where I feel a bit more confident in my class and raiding. Also, I need to find a raid team. I haven't even thought about it. I don't even have a free company. And that's not because people haven't offered. Like, people have been so kind. Like, hey, we've got a place for you. You can call home. Like, I have options. Just haven't even thought about it, honestly. I just forget. I haven't even got a free company. I have no idea where to raid, but I also wouldn't feel comfortable. Like, I'd love to raid day 1 Savage, but I think you'd have to be pretty good to do that. And I don't know, I've got no credentials. I've got no Raider IO score. What can I do? You don't need a free company to raid. Oh, yes. Oh, I always forget that. In WoW, you're in a guild and it's your raid guild. I forget that in 14, it's different. Like, your guild is not your raid. It's not the same thing. I forget. Just show them your logs. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I got 1%, which means I am a 1% gamer. I'm in the 1%. I mean, people raid day 1 Savage and play Party Finder also. People also clear week 1 in Party Finder. Oh my god. You cleared many Savage bosses, you're good enough. Really? I feel like I'm so behind. I do not feel in a position whatsoever to do any Savage early, but I need to find a raid team. I need to find a static. See, I'm learning. They're called statics. I need to find a static to raid with. Leap of Faith! Backpage, would you like to do Leap of Faith? Okay, let's do Leap of Faith, and then I really want to review the update on the Dawntrail benchmark. We have received an update on the benchmark. I have been linked an article from Yoshi P. Hello. I haven't looked at anything yet, so I have no idea what it consists of, but there was an article by Yoshi P. I think this morning it came out. So I want to have a look through that. That'll be exciting. Also, as I said, I got access to alpha, so we can have a look at that. I'm also very excited. I don't know if I've played an alpha before, but like that could just be my memory. I don't think I've played an alpha before, so I am excited to see what's what. I really want to go through the mage talents as well, like the new hero talents, and have a look around and have a look at the different mounts with dragon riding and just generally like see some stuff. So that's going to be exciting. Well, I'm a dummy. What's the difference between PTR and a benchmark? So a benchmark runs a cutscene. It's basically the trailer. So it runs like the trailer, but like it's an in-game cutscene to see, it tests your computer settings. So benchmark is just cutscenes. That's not spoilers. It's like the trailer for Dawntrail, so it's stuff you've seen already. And it plays it on your PC specs to see how your PC is going to perform with the new expansion. So it'll give you a score. So it'll play the cutscenes and it'll give you a score of how your PC is performing, like FPS you'll get, like all those kinds of things. So you're not actually playing anything, you're not doing anything. Yeah, there is a character creator, but it's, so you can, and because there's a new gameplay update, you get to see a couple of new things in terms of graphics. So yeah, PTR is like an early build of the game, whereas benchmark just tests your PC settings to see how your PC will perform in the new expansion. I feel like I said that right. No, it's not gameplay. I mean, you create a character, but the only reason that's kind of relevant now is because there is a brand new graphical update coming in Dawntrail. So the benchmark kind of showed some of the graphical updates. So, you know, you get to see how your character potentially looks and stuff. Benchmark is testing your PC to be able to handle the next expansion with improved graphics. PTR, like WoW's, is players testing the game to find bugs and issues that are happening in it live. They are closed PTR, where it's invitation only and it's early on, and later down the line there's a public one. Probably see PS4 getting phased out by 8.0. RIP. Good morning, Bithindil. How are you doing? Wait, have I missed any cactus? Cacti? I feel like I've missed a lot of things. You get some hint at the new abilities and job gear if you look at the character in benchmark, but that's all spoilers. If you look at the characters in benchmark. Wait, I've missed 2 bronze cactuses. How have I done this? Oh, there's one down there. How have I managed this? Alright, 1. Where's the other one? How have I done this? How have I managed this? I think I'm going to have to play through again. I'm going to have to continue and go back, I think. Okay, or I can just be bad. There we go. Okay. I just did the same thing again. Why is this so hard? No, no keck you. Keck you. More like you keck. I turned down alpha. How do you turn down alpha? I thought you had to sign up. Oh, you didn't sign up, you mean? All right, okay. You didn't apply. Since I don't want any hints of story. So I'm living through friends, testing hero talents and answering questions for me. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense because you just don't do that on alpha, right? Like, if you just want to have a look at hero talents, you do that. You just don't do any of the story stuff. Because that's what it, like, the alpha is like an open thing to like have a look at what you want to look at, I think. Well, yeah. So if you didn't want like story stuff, then you wouldn't do it. Right? Or am I just being stupid? I also don't really know much about alpha. Or do you have to do like story stuff? Because I totally get that. That's why I don't really look at like PTRs, alpha, beta. I never really cared about the story, but like I didn't want the patch to be spoiled before like playing it. I didn't want to see the dungeons. I didn't want to know the dungeons before like actually playing it. There we go. Right. Let me go to the gate, and then we've got to try and find this elusive bronze cactus that I missed. Where is it? I know! Where is it? It'll be hard to dodge all story stuff. Just how something looks can be a huge spoiler. That's true, yeah. That's true, yeah. So, oh my god, it was the very first one? How? How has this happened? How is it just the first one that I missed? I hate myself. Why am I... Okay. I'm inting. I can just leave now. I think alpha character creation immediately starts you in the new zone with spoilers all around. Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right. I see. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, in that case, yeah, it would be quite difficult to dodge story spoilers because literally the environment you're in, the skybox is a spoiler, right? I watched Sepala go into the first zone, but I don't know if she was required to by Blizzard. No, so in the alpha, there are story spoilers, obviously, because you play through, like, the intro, you get to see the zones, you can, but, like, you choose, like, you can kind of pick or choose. So I was playing the alpha on Monday and Tuesday. That's why I didn't stream on, well, one of the reasons. I was actually playing alpha off stream Monday, Tuesday, and I didn't do any of the story stuff. I just spawned in Stormwind and I didn't proceed. I just looked at all the mage stuff, and then I went to the training dummies and I tested out all the mage hero spells. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. There could be some story spoilers. Since when has people that plays WoW ever care about spoilers? Is this another universe? Well, there are some people who care about the story, right? Like, whether that story is, in your opinion, good or bad, there's still people who follow it. And also, right, even if the story isn't, in someone's opinion, that appealing, you still might not want to spoil stuff like, hey, this is the new city. Like, there are spoilers, I suppose. But I definitely think there are a lot of people who care, I would say. Yeah. No. I don't think it's just unique. I think there's a lot of people who care. That's what I do. I test the class in Stormwind or Org and give them feedback. Yeah, that's what I was doing. And then the only reason I left Stormwind was because I was looking around for like some artistic screenshots. Damn rude to not think that was possible. Yeah, no. Well, think about it. There's got to be people who exist for everything, right? How many people there are in the world, and us all being unique, there's always going to be someone for something, right? But there are a lot of people who do care. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of people who don't, because I feel like the general tone in WoW with the PTR, with the alpha, beta, like PTR being the biggest thing, it can be easy to think that most people just don't care because we have the whole patch revealed, we have the whole this revealed, we have everything revealed before the game's even out. So it kind of sets a tone that people just kind of know everything that's happening before it comes out. Yes, there are things that are withheld, you know, there are things that are withheld. It's not like everything, but I can understand how like people would think the general tone is that people just know everything before going in. There is definitely that tone in WoW, but there are a lot of people who stay away from stuff. Like me, for example, I would never look at alpha, beta. I never looked at anything. I stayed away from it. I never went on a Wowhead, and I didn't even use Twitter. I just experienced the expansion when it came out. I didn't have any preconceptions, and that's not because I care about story. I just wanted to know what I was playing when I was like, I wanted to experience the game through playing it, not through seeing it before it came out. So yeah, that was me. So I suppose I'm one of those people that don't want spoilers, but it's not spoilers in the sense of like the story. if that makes sense. No, I don't. No, well, actually, Dawn, right, with the Warsoul Saga, or is it, it's not Dragon Soul Saga, is it Warsoul Saga? My brain just completely turns. World Soul Saga, there we go. But with the World Soul Saga, they might have a compelling story. And yes, I care about story now because I've experienced story games. So now I'm like, hey, I'm a bit interested. But like, yeah, it's like night and day. Norn, I've known Norn for like 7 years now or longer, right, Norn? We've known each other for so long. And Norn can tell you how I just like did Mythic Plus for like 16 hours a day and I just didn't care about anything. And look at me now, Norn, like actually paying attention to characters or like reading dialogue. I'm so different. My dad just subbed? Wait, really? Oh my God, it's actually my dad's birthday today. It's okay, Dad's birthday today. Happy birthday. I called him today. Happy birthday, thank you for the 3 months. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. I can't believe I missed it. Happy birthday, okay, Dad. Oh, you guys are so cute. Thank you. Aww. Dad's on the beach right now. Dad's away. Dad's on the beach. Are you watching me on the beach? On their phone on the beach. Hello. I used to think I cared about the WoW story and didn't think FF could pull off a story without a decade of characters to build on. Then I played FF and I didn't care about the WoW story. Yeah, I mean, technically now FF has a decade of characters to build on, right? But yeah, I know what you mean. But I also feel like, right, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but if there's another thing that Final Fantasy XIV has taught me, is that time actually doesn't mean anything. And actually, that's the case in most of life. Like in life, right? You can have a really amazing friend that can be, I think, sometimes it can be really easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment. And I think when things are early, it's like a honeymoon phase. I think sometimes it goes against this, what I'm about to say, because like you do get honeymoon phase. Like sometimes someone could be like the best friend that you've ever had and you have like really, really good fun, but it doesn't have longevity. It doesn't stand the test of time and you don't really know that person yet. So sometimes it doesn't quite work. But other times you genuinely meet somebody and you form a genuine friendship and they become one of your closest friends to the same standard as like friends that you've known for years and years and years. But I actually don't think time is a good measure of anything. Obviously time can be a good indication, right? Because what's the saying? The truth always comes out, for example. Like sometimes time is required to show people's true intentions or trueness of that who they really are, type of thing. Sometimes you have to be careful. But like usually you can see red flag, like usually you can kind of tell, but some people need a bit more time. But generally, I feel like with 14, it does a really good job of making you emotionally invested. Oh, Gerald! Oh my gosh, Gerald! I was in your stream earlier. This is such a weird feeling because this happened with Sarah yesterday. I was lurking in your stream this morning with your Giga Chad model. What do you call it? Like your VTube model. Sorry if that's not the correct term, but I loved it. I was actually lurking in your stream today. This happened to me yesterday as well. I was lurking in Sarah's stream and we summoned Sarah, and now we summon the Giga Chad Gerald. Welcome Raiders, welcome, blah. Thank you so much for the raid. Actually, Gerald, I haven't looked yet, but there's an update on the Dawntrail benchmark. There was a letter from Yoshi P today, so I haven't looked at it yet, but I was gonna go through it and have a little look-see. I'm excited for that. Oh, here we go. I see blah, I type blah. Do you want to know something about blah? Okay, blah is the cause of getting me killed in Savage because I was going blah and then I died because I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy going blah, 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 and then I died because I didn't press Shorecast and I got knocked back into the wall of death. I see. Roll the clip. Oh no, we can't roll the clip. What did you guys get up to today? I heard about it. I haven't seen it myself. I can't roll the clip. It's so embarrassing. It's the most embarrassing thing ever. Okay, fine. I am embarrassing. I feel like it's better that everybody sees the worst side of yourself because then it can only get better. Like if everyone sees you at your worst, it gets better, right? Show everyone the worst side of yourself. And then everything else you do is impressive. Life lessons. Totally rubbish life lessons with me today. Oh God, this is the clip. Oh no, this is so embarrassing. All right, let's put a pause. We're gonna be left alone with our thoughts. It's okay. The silence is deafening. Right, we're fixing it now. How to piss off your raid leader.
Knockback reduction. Spread.
Oh wait, knockback.
Oh, we need to roll knockback.
I was going blah blah. Oh no, that's my fault. My head was full of blah. Oops. My bad. I was going blah.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm number 4. It's fine. I'm alive. Don't worry, guys. I got this. It's blah brain. By the way, I had no idea I was doing this. I watched this clip and I had no idea I was just going like zero self-awareness. But listen, this is the worst bit.
What happened?
So here's the thing. I was going blah and I forgot to press Shorecast.
I see.
I see. Why does Mulk sound like he's going to turn into the door boss? Like, that should be the voice line for the transformation of the boss. Deadly boss Mulk. Oh no. It's just the stupid noises. Like, what am I doing?
Knockback reduction.
Like, what even is that? Anyway, welcome to the stream. If you haven't already left. If you're gonna leave now, I don't blame you. Ah! If you said that in comms, I'd actually tell you to shut up. But why would I do that in comms though? Like nobody's gonna do that in comms. Who's gonna sit there with their raid team and have open mic going like no, this is why you raid with push to talk. If I had 14 weakers, I want one of Molt going, I see. Oh my God, wait, I'm actually gonna be playing some WoW Alpha today. I got access to Alpha. I'm extremely privileged. I'm very thankful. I don't think I've ever played an Alpha before, so this is gonna be like really, really fun. We can look through the mage hero talents. We can have a look at what's going on. I'll try not to do any story spoilers. I'll try, but I really want to look at the mage hero talents and stuff like that. New follower sound, I see. Oh yeah, but it's totally normal to do it with a closed mic. Yeah, but I can't do push to talk for the stream. You guys have to suffer, right? My raiders don't need to suffer, but you have to suffer. I think that's the sound your brain makes when it goes AFK. You know what I think should be the new follower sound? That's what it should be. Anyway, is there an NDA? Not anymore. My NDA is lifted. Ha ha ha. Not for this one. No, this is the public alpha. Right. So, yeah, we're going to be playing a bit of alpha today, and we could totally put in a weak aura, although I don't think alpha supports add-ons, but we could totally make an IC weak aura. That would be so funny. Like, instead of you died, instead of you died, it would be the same text. Oh my God, Chris, I've got such a good idea. Wait, Chris, what do you think of this, right? You know the clip where I disappoint Mulk? Okay, I need to specify. Wait, there are a lot of clips of me disappointing Mulk. I need to be more specific. I just dribbled everywhere. No, you know the clip where I'm going blah? Okay, I need to narrow that down again. You know when I'm raiding and I go blah and then I get knocked into, then I die? I feel like we need to be really specific here. This happens a lot. Okay, wait, we're not narrowing this down so far. No, right. And then I go blah, and then I die, and then Molt goes, I see. I was saying, how good would it be every time you died? It would be the text of you died in that, is it Dark Souls where that's from? You know, like the red you died thing? But if it just said, I see, ... that's such a good idea. Yes, we've narrowed it down from all those clips to all the clips. We've so far narrowed it down to the 10 incidents, and that's since yesterday. That's like 10 incidents since yesterday. You know the raid where I die doing silly things? Which one? Sludge? Why do I think Pepe W is sludge? Which one is sludge? Wait, I can fix this. I can be a chatter. Sludge. Wait, what's that? What did I type? Oh, that one, right, okay. Wait, what did I type? What's P sludge? Oh, okay, I don't know. This is why I can't... When did I press P? Why is there a P in there? How did I? Okay, whatever. Okay, no, whatever. Oh, you're right. I was off yesterday. We haven't had any incidents for at least a day because I wasn't streaming yesterday. Although we did have incidents because I kept running into the kitchen. Abso has a setup in the well, it's a kitchen living room area. Abso has a setup in there. I kept running in there and just making like a noise, and then he just looks at me like this. Well, he told me off for barking at him. So I went into the kitchen and went, woof. And he gave me the weirdest look. And I was like, well, you said I wasn't allowed to come in here and bark at you. So I just went, woof. And then I was like, well, I need to make other noises. And he just kept staring at me. Oh my God, Air Force One. Okay, right, back on track. We've been chatting away. I want to look at the benchmark update, the article from It's Your Boy Yoshi P. Not cringe. We'll look at that, and then we can move on over. But I've got to play Air Force One. This is my favorite gate, so we have to. If I see Air Force One, I play. No, we're not dying of scathe. Abso forgot to close the baby gate. Yes, he did. Yes, there's no P in the sludge. Yes, you know what? There is a P in the sludge, so stop licking it. If that doesn't put you off the sludge, I don't know what will. This is what happens. You end up eating the sludge, and then you end up on the ceiling. Don't give me this, hello, I'm upside down because I'm from Australia. No, it's because you've been eating sussy things. You've been glued to the ceiling. That's why. You're all on the ceiling, okay? Don't give me this, I'm from Australia. No, you've been eating sussy things, and someone has also glued probably someone to the ceiling, so it's your fault. Yeah, no, you can be from Australia, okay? I'm just saying, that's not the excuse. The excuse is, or the reality of it, is you've just been eating sussy things. I downloaded 7TV like you told me, but I don't see an emote P sludge. Okay, very funny, Abso. Yes. Very funny. No, yes. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. I'm Spider-Man. Spider-Pig. Spider-Pig. Does whatever a Spider-Pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't, because he's a pig. Look out! We got the Spider-Pig. You did this. You did this. This isn't even on me. You did this. No, this is your fault. You set me off. You set me off. I can't even take credit for that one because you set me off this time. No, it's your fault. Yes, you did. This is your fault. I'm also from Australia, but I ate glue. So does that put you the right way up? Wait, so upside down plus upside down equals right side up because two negatives make positive. Wait, don't say negatives. No, being from Australia is not a negative. I meant being upside down. Oh no, I'm being cancelled again. Edram, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that. I just didn't think before I spoke again. Wait, Edram, hear me out. I can fix this. You're the best. Oh no. Billy takes like local honey. No. I got a perfect score. I got perfect score, woohoo! Okay, let's take a look at the article now. Quick distraction. Ooh, let's take a look at the article. Ooh, it's shiny. Quick, distract everyone. An update on the Dawntrail benchmark. Oh, look, we have an exciting thing here. Let me put me down there. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Edrim left because you bully. I read that as broccoli because I broccolied. Edrim, I'm sorry. I got distracted looking for a pea sludge emote. Okay, what would pea sludge look like? What am I saying? Pea, no, wait. That sounded worse than it was written. Yellow and thick, okay. No, I didn't think about that one. Oh, okay, right. You know what? We're just not gonna do anything. We're gonna read the article. Okay, we're gonna do a reading. Right, an update on the Dawntrail official benchmark. Hello, everyone. This is Naoki. Would you pronounce Naoki Yoshida? Someone told me the pronunciation that I was pronouncing it wrong earlier, and now I'm questioning all my life choices. Naoki. Okay, I gotcha. Naoki. See, Naoki and Naoki. Naoki? Naoki, okay. Hello everyone, this is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV. I would like to thank you for all your feedback regarding the recently released Dawntrail benchmark. While we have received positive feedback and reactions from players, we have also seen others express their concerns. I would like to share the current situation regarding these factors. Okay, first of all, can I just say, this is so quick. Like, we had the benchmark, what, a few days ago? And there's already an update and feedback from the devs addressing concerns already. Like, that is a good turnaround. Character creation system in the benchmark. The character creation system was created over 10 years ago. Oh no, the spaghetti code, it's back. Based on the release version of A Realm Reborn, planned since 1.0. Although it used the same processes as the actual game, certain aspects, such as the weather, were combined to create special conditions exclusive to character creation. This was done to present the texture resolutions and shaders at their best based on the quality standards at the time, which included the PlayStation 3 version. Furthermore, its light sources take advantage of backlighting, which in this case proved detrimental for showcasing the upcoming graphical update. Okay, so what it's saying is essentially the shaders are pre-update, like they're old shaders. The lighting is from 10 years ago, so it didn't highlight the updated textures very well because that didn't have an update. Yes, I can actually. I did lower it for myself, but it still sounded like really loud. Let me turn that down. So essentially, the lighting was bad. All right. We are currently expecting a rework of the environments and light sources of character creation for both the actual game and the benchmark. Once that is complete, the current benchmark will be replaced. Okay, so you can see your character in the lighting that will have the graphical update, let's say. The following points are some of the factors that will be resolved by applying the graphical update of the actual game to the character creation system. So the character creation system basically showed the old lighting. A, lifeless eyes due to a lack of highlights in the pupils. Okay. B, facial, but so lack of highlights in the pupils, but what I did notice on the benchmark was that there were sparkles in eyes. That was something I really noticed in the benchmark. There were sparkles in the eyes, but I haven't seen all of the versions. I only saw myself when I looked, but this could be possible. Yeah, old lighting on new models, essentially. Facial contours appearing flattened due to incorrect lighting conditions caused by backlighting. Okay, this is going to be a significant thing. So I think this is where a lot of the confusion or a lot of the issues came from. Wrong lighting, didn't showcase the new features very well. Oh, the darkening around the eyes, okay. A lack of gloss or excessive appearance of gloss due to character creation exclusive weather conditions, i.e. the use of thunderclouds. Okay, so essentially the lighting was not updated, so it wasn't showcasing the features in the best way or even accurately of how it would be. The special conditions created for the existing character creation system are largely responsible for the points outlined above. Changing these settings should greatly improve the situation, and I would appreciate it if you could bear with us as we work on updating the benchmark. This just makes your heart like swell, doesn't it? It's just like one of those reasons why you just really freaking love the devs, because they're like, we see the issues, we acknowledge the issues. Like, this is so quick. We see the issues, we acknowledge the issues. This is what we're thinking. This is the communication. This is what we're gonna do. This was the issues. And I'd appreciate if you could bear with us as we work on updating the benchmark. Like, it's so nice. It's like, this is a work in progress, bear with us. Like, it just makes it so more human. I don't know. Okay, issues related to certain data and processes. Based on the wide range of feedback on the official forums and social media, we were able to pinpoint a number of issues in the data and certain processes which manifested due to our need to modify an enormous amount of data. I sincerely apologise for the inconvenience these issues have caused. So, wide range of unofficial. We were able to pinpoint a number of issues in the data and certain processes which manifested due to our need to modify an enormous amounts of data. So, because they needed to modify an enormous amount of data, were there some things missed? So it caused some issues because some of the data was missed for some people, or for everyone maybe. Naturally, these issues are steadily being addressed as we finalise our development of Dawntrail. However, these issues remained in the benchmark due to simple data-related errors or neglecting to reflect the upcoming changes to the benchmark environment. Okay, so like, you know, accidentally overlooked. So again, in my simple brain, essentially you'd have like a file, let's say one hairstyle that was overlooked and the update didn't get applied to that one thing. So people were experiencing that hairstyle, but it wasn't the new version of the hairstyle because it was such an enormous amount of data, it was overlooked. And then that hairstyle was actually the previous hairstyle, just to like toddler splain idiot's guide to what was just said. Following our examples of issues which fall into this category, an issue with unimplemented high-resolution textures. Oh, well, there you go. Including those for certain playable races. Oh, okay. So some playable races, there was unimplemented high-resolution textures. So an issue with tattoos on Highlander, men clipping / disappearing around the neck area. Okay, I understand. An issue pertaining to special data processes. An issue with necklines for playable races under certain circumstances. So certain circumstances, for example, being tattoos. An issue with uncorrected scaling for the mouth of certain playable races. Oh, again, because I've been very like offline, I haven't seen all of the feedback. I haven't really been on Twitter or other streams or anything. So I'm guessing there would be like lots of picture examples for stuff like this. The above issues can be corrected, and I would appreciate it if you could bear with us until they are resolved. So essentially the devs are saying, don't panic. This was just an issue with the benchmark. This isn't how it's going to be in Dawntrail. These are benchmark issues. Don't panic, essentially. Naturally, these issues will be addressed in the release version of Dawntrail. All right, number 3, correction and replacement of the Dawntrail benchmark. In order to resolve the points outlined in 1 and 2, we are planning for a replacement of the benchmark software. Ooh, I wonder when this will come out. We can go and check it out. As we require some time to investigate the issues and reconstruct the benchmark environment, the timing and further details of the replacement will be announced later. Ooh, okay. We will also continue to make adjustments which will incorporate as much of your feedback as possible into the revision of the benchmark, as well as the released version of Dawntrail. That's cool. Female Ellison mouth. Okay, this isn't a fart. That's a good job. So wait, just so I know what I'm looking at. Is this after, before and after? Because that looks more full. That's like a... Oh, the left is new. Okay, so it's just not fully... Actually, you can tell because of the face. The face does look updated. There's a lot more depth to it, but yeah, the mouth isn't fully, let's say, rendered. Ah! Wait, this looks like the face that you lot pull every time I speak. What's the face? Drained. I think they upgrade the amount of facial bones for female innocent, but the expression can be a mistake. Yeah, that's what you, this is what you lot look like. So yeah, this is new. So it's less resolution on the mouth, so. Well, I mean. All right, so we got a little bit of an example. So due to different release dates, however, there are likely to be some differences between the benchmark software and the release version. My apologies for asking you to bear with us as we address the points of concern. They really do care, don't they? So like tingly, like warm, fuzzy feeling, like they really care. You feel it. It's not just like words. Because anyone can write words, but like you feel it. It feels so genuine and just human, and I think that's what makes everybody so like cozy and love the dev so much. The team and I will continue doing our best for the graphic update and Dawntrail's release, and we would appreciate your continued support. Yeah, it is minor, isn't it? Basically, you know, there was a lot of things in the benchmark that won't accurately show how it would be in Dawntrail, which kind of was what the benchmark was supposed to do just because of some issues, but they properly address it and they properly take the time to not only address it, but they address it quickly, and they explain, they let you know, like, we see this. I finished Death Note, by the way. Sorry, I just saw the name of that person from Steam. It's like, Kira? I finished Death Note yesterday. That's why I took a day off from stream, because I watched Death Note all day. I'm addicted. No, I didn't. But I finished it yesterday. That's my first anime, and I finished it, and it was amazing. I had no idea where it was going, what was happening. I didn't know how it would end. I was like, surely it's got to end like that, right? But also it could end the other way. Like that person could win, that person could win. I don't know. It was so good, and oh wow. It is a masterpiece. It really is. It's so smart. It's so clever. It's so well written. My goodness. Oh, and then I was like, I really want to watch the movie. You know, the Netflix movie. I know people don't like it, but like, my impression, because I didn't know, right? I wasn't sure if people were just being a bit, not snobby, but like sometimes, well, it's like not bad actors, but like sometimes people can be a bit like overly snobby, or you don't think a reason is a genuine reason because people cause a fuss about everything, or people are like overly negative about everything. And I was I was a little bit like, well, is it just because people are like, no, nothing will ever be like the series, and you know, get a bit like about it. But I watched the trailer for the movie on Netflix, and like the characters, other than I can't believe it. Whenever I stream, my brain just like, I can't. Ryuk. Yes, Ryuk. Sorry. Gosh, why does this happen to me? Ryuk was amazing. But the first thing I noticed when I watched the trailer, I was like, but none of the characters feel like the characters. They're like, I saw, because I looked to see if Death Note was on Netflix, because I was sure it was. There are some animes on Netflix, and I went to search it in Netflix before I even started, and I saw that there was the movie on Netflix, and I hovered over it, and I did not like the look of the main character. And that was before I watched the series. Like, that I'd seen nothing about the series. I hovered over Death Note the film, and I was like, I just didn't like the main character. I don't know, I just didn't like him. And then I watched the series, and then I watched the trailer, and I was like, but none of the characters are the characters. Like, they don't... It's just not the characters. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just so... It was so disheartening for me, because they didn't even have the vibe of the characters. They don't seem to act like the characters. And then in the trailer, Light, for example, like starts yelling and getting really emotional and yelling, and it's like, but that's not even how Light is. Light is so intelligent, calculating, calm. He doesn't outwardly like yell. He doesn't act like that. He comes across like a petulant boy, like a, I don't know. And it's the hair as well. Like, it's like stereotypical anime hairstyle, and it's like Light doesn't even like, it's like, oh, we're doing an anime live action, let's give the main character some like edgy anime hair for like no reason. I don't know. And if you enjoyed the Death Note film, I've not seen it, I'm not in a position to talk, but it's just, I watched the trailer and I just felt really sad because none of the characters were the characters by looks, but you can kind of overlook that. Like, for example, Misa did not look anything like Misa. She didn't have blonde hair, which, okay, maybe I should let that go. Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe her hair color doesn't matter. But none of them captured the very essence of how the characters are personally, like the vibe, the personality. Like, none of them were the characters. That's the main issue. Like, I can get past hair color because, like, who cares about that, right? She's not blonde, so what? But, like, it wasn't even like Misa. She was so different. Death Note movie, you mean the old Asian movie? That's the only Death Note movie. I actually haven't seen or heard of anything of the old Asian movie. This was just on Netflix. That's the issue with the Halo show. Well, the thing is like, I didn't want to come across like I'm being one of those, you know, like you always get bad like actors, or sometimes the loudest voice is the annoying, and it kind of diminishes an actual point that people have. Like, it's so easy to dismiss this as like, oh, you just really like the anime and you're just like such a diehard fan and you just have that. Right, you know, when I was one of these kids, by the way, you know, when people read the book and they go and see the film and they're always so obnoxious about it, they're like, not as good as the book. You know those people? I was one of those people. I have changed, I've grown, but I was one of those obnoxious kids. The book is so much better. Like, it's just obnoxious. It might be true. It might be true, right? Nothing's ever going to be as good as the book because the book has more time. You're not constrained into an hour to fit in this story into a film. Of course it's not going to be as good as the book. But I didn't know if it was that kind of like obnoxious thing. Like, I remember speaking to somebody as well and they were like, oh, no, I'm not watching the One Piece live action. It has nothing on the anime. It's like, okay, but I thought the One Piece live action was really good, and I haven't seen One Piece, but I loved the One Piece live action because like sometimes you've got to appreciate like things in themselves. And I know there's a lot of people who see the anime who also really like the One Piece live action, for example. But this person was just saying, no, it's bad because it's not the anime. And it's like, but that's not, like, you don't have any points there. You're just trying to be one of those people that's like, I'm an original fan. I'm a real fan because I watch the anime. You're a fake fan. I'm an ode, like, you know, that whole like obnoxious attitude, basically. And it's like, if you have an actual point, make the point. But if you're just gonna be like that, like, anyway, I kind of had the impression that the Death Note movie was a little bit like that, like people just being a bit like, you know? But actually, I didn't like the look of it before I started the series because I didn't like the look of the main character. I was like, why is this making my eyes roll already? It felt cheap. And now I've seen the anime, now I watched the trailer and I'm very much like, it feels disrespectful to the source material because Death Note was written so well. It is incredibly smart, and seeing that battle of wits and the cat and mouse and the outplays, it's so good. And it makes you wonder, like, why do they rewrite it? Like, you have incredible source material here. Why are you not just adapting it? Why are you using the name Death Note? None of the characters are like the actual characters. I don't recognize anything that's happening in the trailer as like really what happened in the series. I don't know. The Japanese live action movies are really actually worth watching, not Netflix one. I really want to see that because also, right, I know people are like, oh, well, don't create a movie or a live action of like an anime. But I can't tell you, as a kid reading books and also like as an adult reading books, there is nothing more exciting than falling in love with a world and falling in love with a story and falling in love with characters and seeing that come to life. That is a wonderful feeling. Like the amount of excitement I would get with a book that I passionately loved and enjoyed, hearing that it was going to become a movie, another way to enjoy your favorite thing, like another way to experience your favorite story. That is such a good feeling. And it's like when I watch Death Note, it's like if I can watch Death Note again through another way, aka a film, sign me up, because I loved it. I feel passionate about it. I want to experience it in like as many ways as I can. Kind of like MSQ rewatches, right? So I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think what the bad thing is that people don't do it respect or justice. Oh my god, I said justice. We're talking about Death Note. Ah! Wow, that's like the lamest I've ever acted. But yeah, I just think it just didn't. It wasn't an adaptation, let's say. It was kind of like playing off of the name and not actually doing anything. Here's the Japanese live action trailer. Why does this feel like a fart, please? Oh my god, it's not a fart. Wait, should we actually watch this? Well, is this going to be spoilers if you haven't seen Death Note? Okay, well, let's pause this for now, but I would really like to watch this trailer. I would really love to watch this trailer because, like I said, I love Death Note, so... It's not a fart, so we're already steps ahead. Good job. Fun fact, there's also a Death Note musical, and apparently it's fantastic. I've not seen it myself. Okay, yes, yes. So the reason why I've gone on this massive Death Note... Well, I always wanted to watch an anime. I've been talking about it for a while. But the reason why Death Note was one of the top ones to like watch first was one, the concept always kind of appealed to me, but two, because I watched Has Been Hotel and I loved Has Been Hotel, and the guy that voices one of the characters in Has Been Hotel also plays a character in the Death Note musical. So when I was listening, and I'm a big musical theatre nerd, I love musicals. So when I was listening to the songs of Has Been on my Spotify, I would get things recommended. So Jeremy Jordan plays Light in the musical, and Jeremy Jordan also voice acts the character in Has Been. So Where Is the Justice was recommended to me all the time, and like whenever I hear about Jeremy Jordan, Where Is the Justice is such a good example of like how he's amazing. And I feel like I've heard some lines of Where Is the Justice like through compilation videos or like my favorite musical theatre notes, like Where Is the Justice always comes up, but I never knew what the song was. So I gave a listen. Oh my gosh, I really need to see the Death Note musical because apparently it's actually supposed to be amazing and the songs are so good as well. Like if you've not listened to Where Is the Justice, oh, it's such a good song. Anyway, so then I was obsessed with this song. I was obsessed with the fact that there was a musical. So then we watched the series because I was like, well, this has to be the first one we have to watch. Like, let's watch it. That gives us an excuse. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Have you seen him sing It's All Coming Back to Me Now? I don't know if I have, Judders. People recommend Preach the Wrong Anime. They need to show the hard sci-fi stuff. I actually really want to show my dad Death Note because I think the thing about Death Note is, you guys might think I'm wrong, but this is my initial thoughts, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Death Note is an amazing gateway anime. For people who may not have grown up with anime, or anime is kind of unusual or like associated with like like, you know, whatever preconceptions or wrong, like whatever it is, I feel like anyone can appreciate Death Note even if they don't necessarily enjoy animation, because there are people who don't really enjoy animation and it's stupid because they can be wonderful stories, but I actually really do feel like Death Note is an amazing gateway. Like I would recommend it to my family and I would also recommend it to my friends, and my friends are like all normie, like all of my girlfriends are all like complete normies. I can't even get them to watch Has Been Hotel. But I would even recommend it to them because I feel like it's so well written, it's so smart, the tone and the themes are so good. It's like a mystery, not a mystery, but the themes are so relatable because it's kind of like a story that interests anyone and everyone. It's not like a niche thing. Like even superhero movies can maybe have been a bit niche before. You know, like not everyone's into the whole superhero stuff. And this is before Marvel and the Avengers. Like, actually, superhero movies were also considered like, ugh, like people turned their nose up at superhero movies. It's only cool now, or maybe not anymore, but like with the Avengers and everything, like superhero movies became very mainstream, very cool. But I do feel like with the story of Death Note and the way that it's written, it appeals to everyone. It's definitely not like a niche thing at all. And I would happily recommend Death Note to like literally everyone and anyone. So the next anime I was thinking about watching was Sword Art Online. And I think a lot of people have said that Sword Art Online is quite cringy, but like in a good way, like in a really good way. And I really want to watch it. And that doesn't put me off because I really enjoy that sort of thing. But like, I don't know anything about Sword Art Online, but let's say it's really like cringy or cliche or it's very anime. Let's just say that. Like, for me, it wouldn't necessarily be a good gateway because it's quite specific. And if people don't engage with that kind of content, they might watch that and like roll their eyes. If they're already rolling their eyes at animation or whatever, they'll definitely roll their eyes at something like that. And I'm not saying Sword Art Online is like that because I don't know anything about it. I feel like I said, with Death Note, anyone can appreciate the story, and actually everyone will appreciate the story because it's so smart. It's like cat and mouse. It's like the detective. It's like police work, serial killer. Like it's tones and themes that anybody can appreciate. You know, that's why I say that Death Note is an amazing gateway. Like I said, I really, really want my dad to watch it, and I feel like my dad would really enjoy it. I want to sit and watch it with my dad. Can you imagine? I don't know if my dad's still here. Probably not, because he's on the beach, because it's his birthday, he's away. But can you imagine if, like, me and dad had, like, a YouTube series where I make him watch stuff? Because I do that anyway. I made him watch Arcane. I made him watch Has Been Hotel. Like, I do this to my dad anyway. I am a menace. But it'd be so good if, like, we recorded it. Because dad is the biggest normie ever. It's like, doesn't like know gaming stuff, like just totally like mainstreamy. And it's like I'd make him watch animes with me. Like I said, I do this anyway, like off street, like off concept, like in the real world. Not real world, but like it's not content, I do it anyway. I'm a menace, I've always been a menace. But like I made him watch Arcane with me and he really enjoyed it. And I could make him watch Death Note because I really think that he would enjoy it. Like, even my stepmom would enjoy it. Sorry to, like, I feel like I'm going on and on and on about Death Note. Sorry. It's just I've never watched an anime before and I really enjoyed it. And you guys know how I am. I am so, like, passionate. And, like, if I really love something, I won't stop going on about it and I'll tell everyone about it. And it's like, I finished it yesterday, so I was like, we needed to have, like, a nerdy, like, talk about it. You should watch the 14 drama show with him. Oh God, what's the drama show? Right, so we had a little chat. We had a little chat, didn't we? Jordan's nerdy anime arc is coming into effect. I know. One, thank you so much for the 3 months. I just remember I once asked you which white hair scions you want to be dead in the next 3 expansions, 2 months, and you said, wait, I once asked you which white hair scions you want them to be dead in the next 3 expansions, 2 months? You said Tancred, Yuri, and Stola? I wonder why you said them. Did I wish anyone dead? Did I? Did I do that? I could have. See, the thing is I'm not aware of anything I say at any time. So someone could tell me I said something and I'm like, oh my God, did I say that? But I don't know. Did I want anyone dead? I know me and Mike said those 3. Wait, you did? Wait, you're gonna have to give me more context. Thank you for the 3 months, by the way. Give me more context. I don't remember this at all. Yeah, it could have been a blah, 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 blah brain moment. That happens a lot. Another great anime suggestion is Bakuman, made by Death Note's author. It's about a pair of mangaka in a pod of manga artists. Ooh, okay. Well, okay, the next choice is Attack on Titan, because that's an anime that Absol has wanted to watch a lot. Like, that's the one that Abso really wants to watch, Attack on Titan. Because I know that that's a really big one, isn't it? Like, it's a really popular one. It's like one of the top animes.
I once asked you which white hair scions you want them to be dead in next free expansion 2 months. And you said Thankers, Urianger and Ishtola, and I wonder why then. Laughing face E met shades LAHEE.
Oh no, why did I wish them dead? Why did I wish them dead? What is wrong with me? I don't know why that was so delayed. Sorry, one. Maybe the question was if any of them had to go and you chose those 3. Oh god. So yeah, Attack on Titan and Sword Art Online are the 2 that we're debating between right now. I thought Attack on Titan was like One Piece, where there's so much to it, and that always like is very daunting to me. It took me such a long time to actually watch Game of Thrones because there was so much. That's why I didn't watch it for ages, because I was very overwhelmed with how many episodes and seasons there were. I got very overwhelmed and I just didn't start it. And that's why I didn't play Final Fantasy XIV for the longest time, because one story, I've never done that. So it's like a few different things. It was that, but also because I knew there was so much story. It's like sometimes that can be like really overwhelming and you don't start. And that's exactly what happened to me with Game of Thrones. So Attack on Titan, I thought was like a really big, like One Piece style show. And I was like, oh, it's going to take so long. And I don't know. Like sometimes really intimidating. I was like, do we do Sword Art Online? And then we Googled it. They're both basically the same length. They've got like 4 seasons. One's 25 episodes per season. One's 30. I think Sword Art is 25 and Attack on Titan is 30. But it's not this massive series with like 800 seasons. Trigger the entirety of their anime Inferno Cop on YouTube. Lowest budget anime ever. Trigger! Put the entirety of the anime Inferno Cop. Well, when I was a kid, was it RoboCop that was on TV? RoboCop? I loved that. And I was like 4 or 2 and I was obsessed with RoboCop. Attack on Titan got huge because the first season animation was amazing. Okay. Sword Art Online only has 1 season. 800 season strong One Piece. I know. I thought Attack on Titan was similar to One Piece with like infinite seasons. Oh, I know what Jordan needs to watch. Hold. Oh god. Was with Attack on Titan all the way through since 2013. I have issues with it, but love it regardless. Yeah, I mean, nothing's perfect, right? It was always going to be like pluses and minuses to everything. One Piece is a different monster in the anime / manga world. Yeah, but I feel like with One Piece, like One Piece would be a show that you could happily like have on the background all the time. Like, or maybe you do need to pay attention to like every single detail. Maybe you need to actually watch the episodes and not just have it like as a not as a comfort, but like on in the background. Like maybe you do need to watch the whole thing. That's daunting. That's a lot of time. Check Discord. Oh god, Chris has sent me something. Okay, so Chris says that I need to watch this. It's not far, so that's good.
A Narmak animation.
SpongeBob? Bubble Bass Arc? What is this? What is this? Is it SpongeBob? What?
店長大丈夫ですか
来たかスポンジボブ
カーニバーガーがやばいと聞いて急いで来ました
Oh my god! What this? It's so good! It is SpongeBob!
何があったんですか太っちょバスは
もういない奴は強くなっていたわしでもこの店を守るので精一杯だった
そんな
奴の狙いは初めから店ではなく
This is so good. Okay, we're watching this. This will be our stream anime. We can all watch this together. All right, noted. I'm going to save this for later. Yes, you all have to suffer with me. We're all going to watch this. The best anime to ever exist is Ping Pong the animation. Is that just the OG Ping Pong game, just infinitely going? All right. All right, team, before we get too distracted, I don't want to get too distracted because we've got quite a lot to do today. I really wanted to test Alpha. Oh God, we're left alone with our thoughts again. I really wanted to give Alpha a little test, have a little look through. I really wanted to look through the mage hero talents and see how they play, see how they feel, have a little look-see. So that's what I really want to do today. Have a little look-see at the alpha. You're already looking at the alpha, right? I can't see chat right now, so I don't know if you're sludging me. Oh no, not sludge, FFXIV. So, okay, what animes would you lot? What anime would you recommend? Oh my God, why does it keep opening in my other screen, my other monitor? All right, hold, way too dank. Oops. Let me just change monitors. All right, there's a lot of noise going on right now, sorry. All right, let's pause this. There we go. We'll switch on over. Yeah, that was a little bit way too dank, wasn't it? Let me change over to game. Need to make it so the music plays in the background. All right, let's have a little playthrough. I'm excited. Alrighty, there we go. Have a little look. So, Dragon Ball. I've never watched Dragon Ball. Do you want to know something as well? I have never have I ever. I haven't watched through Avatar either. And Avatar was on all the time when I was a kid. And it was just a show that I didn't put on. Same as Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball and Avatar were two shows that were always on that for some reason I just never watched. I don't know. Like, it's not because I didn't know about it or anything. It was like two of the most popular shows ever. I just never watched it. And I have no reason to give you. Right, we'll make the music loop and also play in the background. What do you mean? I'm not saying that. All right, so first things first is the war bands, which I was quite excited to have a look at. So in the War Within, you're going to have war bands, which means that all of your transmog is now warband account. So if your mage loots a leather item, previously you couldn't add it to your transmog collection because your mage couldn't wear leather. But if you have a character in your warband that can wear leather, it will add the appearance for that character. So like, that's a huge quality of life change. I have actually kept in my bank a lot of transmog items that are really rare, just in case. Like, I never thought this would happen, but I just kept it because I didn't want to part with it. Like, I've got both warglaives of Azzinoth on my mage, and I'm like, I don't want to get rid of these because they're so rare, but like, okay, they just sit in my bank. So I've actually got a lot of transmog in my bank that my mage can't use, but I'm really glad that I kept it now. Yes, I have the glaives, exactly. Like, I can't not use them. And also, importantly, your reputation is account bound, like actual account bound features. Your reputation, you even get a shared bank, money, like loads of stuff with your warbands. So let's create a character. Create a character. All right, I think I want to go with, right? I think I want to be a gnome. When I played with Preach, did anyone see the Preaching One's Plunderstorm stream where I joined him and I had the most cursed gnome ever? Did you see my gnome when we played Plunderstorm? It was so good. Okay, that'll do. Do we think this one or should I roll the dice again? What do we think? Am I rolling? Roll the dice. I just remember it was cursed. Roll, okay. Roll. No. Oh! Oh! No. So let me see if I can recreate my gnome when I joined the preaching one. Hang on. It was like... It was the most ridiculous thing you have ever seen in your entire life. It looked... Wait, has anyone... If anyone's got the clip, actually, I'd love to see it. I think it was so cursed. It was unbelievably cursed, my gnome. It had, like, bright coloured hair. Like... Re-roll exactly... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! Perfect! There we go, we've got character now! Oh, look at my character! What do you mean, what is that? Alright, I'm gonna create another one. I gotta create another one. We gotta fill up our warband. We gotta fill up our warband. We gotta get another one. Another one. Alright, gnome, mage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one can be a bad mage. Oh my god, I've got an army of gnomes. Okay, again. Another character. What number should we roll this time? I think we roll 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14! This is the Okaymage. Or the okayest mage. Again! Pick 3! Pick number 3, my lord! Alright, this one's gonna be 3. Oh, wait! This one looks very similar to my cursed gnome that I joined Preach's stream with. This one, I'm pretty sure this is very similar to the gnome that I joined his stream with. It was so cursed. I pressed the dice once and I just joined. Blah mage? But that just says blamage. Wait, do I just call it blah? Oh my god, it's not taken! Alrighty. So look, you have all of your characters sitting. Look, all your characters just sit in a warband and you get to see the screen with your characters. And right, let's create another character just so I can show you, because I had a little play around of alpha. Right, 3. We need to do, was it 3? Did we do 3 already? How many times are we rolling this one? Okay, what can this one be called? Preach, what about average mage? Average mage. Just because when Preach played, I think it was Dragonflight Beta or Alpha, he named his character Average Mage. Unbelievable. I'm not rolling it 69 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 31, 32, 33, 34, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 69. All right, perfect. All right, they all look great. So you can only have 4 characters as your favorites, and these are the ones that stand on the home screen. Wait, what do you mean kicked out? Where have I been kicked out of? I've not been kicked out of anything, have I? So I think with your warband, I think all of these characters, because the whole thing is a warband character list. I think all of your characters count in the warband, but you can display 4 of them. So you can't display all of them, even though, right, can you imagine if I made 100 characters, they were all gnomes and they were all in the screen? That would be like the best thing ever. But I think you can only display 4, but they all count in your warband. So these are not just the 4 that are in your warband. I think they're all in the warband. But they, oh my god, I could make 4 Vulpera. Wait, what if I made 4 Vulpera And then they would be cute cats around the campfire. Oh. Then it would be cute cats around the campfire. That's not a cat. All right, whatever. Yeah, so these are just the 4 that you display, and you can swap them in and out. So look, I can swap these 2, like you can arrange them, like you can arrange their positioning, you can change them around. I don't know if you can change the background yet of your warband, but it would be really cool if they brought in a feature where you could customize this screen. Like you could have, I don't know, something else there instead of a tent, or like, I kind of think it opens up new possibilities for like more options of like, oh, if you do this achievement, you get to sit around a different campfire, or you get a different background. Like, it would be really cool if you had different customization options, but like, it wouldn't serve a purpose. You couldn't show off like this thing that you've earned to other people because only you can see your login screen. Wait, there's a template menu already, is there? There's a template menu already at the bottom. Is there? Copy character, create character. Tally said that Ion said they want to add other backgrounds in the future. Oh, okay, so this is my first look. I actually haven't watched any of those videos yet. I haven't watched anything about Alpha. This is literally just my first impressions. But yeah, different backgrounds would be really cool. Then you can really customize your warband and have like a snowy theme or whatever you feel cozy, whatever you want your thematic login screen to look like. Yeah, it would be cool to collect. Oh, you know, that's a great idea. Collect backgrounds in game. You know what? I just had an idea. So in Genshin, you can run around the open world and you collect this like purple arrow thing. That's how it looks. But it's essentially a screenshot of a viewpoint. So I think you have that viewpoint collection in a lot of games, right? But it's like a viewpoint, and you kind of go around and collect the different viewpoints, and then it comes up with like a screenshot of where you are. Like you could go around the actual world and collect like these same like screenshot viewpoints, and then when you go and collect them in the real world, you have them to use in this login screen. Like, how cool would that be? Genshin jump scare, sorry. So, yeah, that'd be good. So I have an army of gnomes, right? What do we play? Who do we play? Blah, average mage, Okaymage, okayest mage. I feel like, do we have to go with OG? Do I have to put bad mage back in? So these ones will display your like original look, for example, because this one isn't in my warband. It is in my warband, it's just not on the featured screen. The favorites are the only ones that get featured on the home screen, but this is still part of your warband, so it still contributes. But we have to play Okaymage, don't we? That blah mage for blah brain. We can play blah in a minute. Bad mage kind of looks like Final Boss TV's host. Oh, does it? Ah. All right, there we go. All right, let's have a little look then. Let's go into it. Ooh, how exciting. Well, if it's the same as the private alpha Neek, there's a button. There's a character. When you talk to this Tauren, they'll give you an option to level you to 71 and unlock hero talents if it's the same as the private beta. Alrighty, so let's have a look. First things first, I need to re-keybind everything, so that'll be fun. Woo! I need to move this. Edit mode. Let me move this over so it's not clashing there. Save. We can name this blah. Everything's blah. Cringe. I need some hot bars though. There we go. And then there's so apparently there's a keybind mode that you can use that Abso showed me. So where's the keybinding? Quick keybind mode, where you can literally just hover over a button and press the desired key. Okay. So Wait, does that work now? Hang on. Keybinds. So I can just shift one. Yeah, buddy. Wait, let me get a better grip on my mouse. So I can quickly just do this, hovering over. Okay, and then I want to move this bar. I haven't done this in ages. So where's this bar? I want this bar over here. I want it to have 2 rows. Now move it back over here because it's like my special actual bar. There we go. Save. And then I want this keybind to be... I like kind of doing this all again. I know there's probably a way that like you can just have this automatic, but I haven't done this in ages. It's kind of nice. All right, and this is Q, E, F, G, and then this is Shift Q, Shift E, R, because why not? And then this can be my... Oh wait, hang on a minute. There we go, mouse button. The issue reporter can go over here. Perfect! Yes, I have yes, I do. Yes. Yes, thank you. I have yes. Okay. I have unspent yes. Okay. All right. Well, let's fix that. Okay. It's okay. We can spend the talent points. Yes. Okay. All right. I think we just have the starter build. Ooh. Starter build. There we go. So shut everyone up. Okay, we no longer have unspent talent points. Are we okay now? Are we? Open the adventure guide. Okay, we're not okay. All right, we've opened the. We've done it. Are we all right now? Is everything okay? Right, I need a tooltip actually. Where is my tooltip? Where's my tooltip? I need the tooltip. Alright, let's see if I could... Oh, you know what I do need to do? Unbind, turn left and turn right straight away. Blech. Movement keys. So we want strafe left and strafe right. There we go. Yes, that's so much better. Woo! That's better. I don't know how do I adjust the tooltip? Can you imagine if I said something else? I can't remember where tooltip is. I've definitely done this before, but... Oh, this one, HUD tooltip. Duh. There it is. I did it. Save. Like, what? No, I don't know. Right, I played mate. Right, see if I can remember where all my... Arcane Surge? Wait, what? Oh, I'm in Arcane, that's why. Hang on, let me just fix this real quick. I'm in the wrong spec. That was nearly a disaster, wasn't it? God, nearly played the wrong spec. The only mage spec is Frost. Yeah. See if I remember where everything goes. No one presses Ring of Frost anyway. Alright, blink. That goes there, that one there, that one there. This one here. What is this button? What is this? Ice cold. Oh, right. It's what? This the talent instead of ice block. 7, 7. Decurse. Flurry is here, here, here. This is on 6. I think this is right. I need a macro. Oh, I do have unspent talent points again. You're right. I lost my starter build. Let's go. What do you mean I'm already playing the wrong class? We all know that mages are the main characters. So what do you mean? What are you talking about? Mages are the main characters. It is known. Yes, that's not even open for discussion. That's not even an opinion. That's just a fact. That's a hard fact. I think this is pretty close. What is usually on E? Arcane Explosion. So you know what else is new? The spell book. The spell book is new. What do we think? I mean, this is a work in progress. It's a work in progress. But it's a huge book. Look, you've got the arcane spells here, the fire spells here. Personally, I prefer the big book. It's gonna be, right, the only issue I have with this is it's gonna be way harder to click your spells from the spell book in combat because it covers your whole screen now. So like, that's my only issue. But other than that, it's good. I want the duck. Give me duck. All right, but teleport here. Where's portal? Portal here. Real mage's type cast frostbolt. Oh yeah, that's true. Arcane intellect. Do you want slow fall? Alrighty. I think that. Oh, where's arcane explosion? Hello, I'm good. How are you? Do it anyway. Send the video to preach for the content. I would never. I would never. Shut up, trading post. Okay, here we go. What do you mean click from the spell book in combat? Okay, right. Look at my little gnome, so cute. So I want hero talents first. Give me the hero talents. There we go. I want to unlock all hero talents and level up to 71. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. Now we've got hero talents. So this is one of the big features coming in the War Within, where essentially two of the specs merge. So like Frost and Fire becomes Frostfire, Frost and Arcane becomes Spell Slinger, and then Fire and Arcane becomes Sun Fury, I think. They both looked really interesting. So I had a little initial look, but it'd be really cool to go through all of the different hero talents for the different, what would you call them? Not specs, different hero talents, I suppose, different hero talent paths. There were a couple of really interesting things. Pre-played, never. Hero specs, yeah, hero specs, there you go. We can have a look at the different hero specs anyway. I had like initial impressions, but I wanted to have like a much bigger look. But I want my dragonfly mount. So another thing they added. Wait, what's this? Returns you to trade district. Okay, we'll put that there. So another thing that they added was the ability for every mount to have dragon riding, but they're not calling it dragon riding anymore, are they? They're calling it. What are they calling it? It's got a different name. It's no longer called dragon riding, I don't think. Switch flight style. Dynamic flight. There you go. Dynamic flight. Switch between sky riding and steady flight styles for flying mounts. So that's really cool. Does that apply to the... it does. Okay, so you can activate normal flying whenever you want. Because, right, dragon riding is really cool. Or dynamic riding. Dynamic flight is really cool. But the only thing is that it's really useful sometimes to just fly in a direction and it not being so interactive. Like sometimes I want to go AFK and fly somewhere, or I just want to put auto fly on and do something else like while I'm getting somewhere. And the dynamic flight is very hands-on. Like you need to actually be flying the whole time. So it's good that you can just freely swap now between any of the mounts. So which one do we want to test dragon riding on? The camel! Wait, the camel. No, this is gonna look so ridiculous. I'm assuming the camel can't fly. Okay, can't fly? That doesn't surprise me. I thought all mounts could fly. Can the camel not fly? No, I don't think I've ever had a camel. I thought all mounts could fly. Oh no, we don't have the add-on for flying. Okay, what do you mean it's a camel? What do you mean it's a camel? No, I swear to God in WoW, right, a moose can fly. So shut up with your, it's a camel, camels can't fly. In my fantasy game, why are you applying logic and rules? Look, this is a horse. Horses can fly. Worms can fly. Wait, the yak can't fly. I know that for a fact. Right, what will look really ridiculous flying? I need something. I don't have any of my mounts. I'm pretty sure this one can fly. That's cute. They're all cute. Oh, I'm so upset the camel can't fly. All right, well, I suppose we can pick something else. Now, I don't make the rules, but the Windborn Velocidrake is the best dragon flying mount. Like, no question. This is the best one. The green one is the best one, okay? Whee! And you can dynamic flight in any zone as well now, but I think that was already a factor in Dragonflight. Wait, was it? You could only dragon ride in the Dragon Isles, but they changed that already. Try a horse mount. Chris, horses can't fly. God, Chris, horses can't fly. There is vigor, but you need to run a script on alpha to get max vigor. So you only have 3. The horse has wings, so it makes sense. Whee! No, you're not blind. I had something covering it. Oh, wait, did I already crash in? Oh my God, I already crashed into a building. Why are there so many buildings here? Saying horses and camels can't fly while wearing Dumbo shirt. Yeah, shut up. No, there's no wings. It's really cool. I want a worm. Where is a worm? I want to try like an unusual mount. Where's the moon? Wait, how have they got actual... Wait, how have they got their mounts? What am I doing? Wait, how? How have you got a moose? How have you got the moose? Where? I've only got a selected amount of mounts. Why is that? Oh, maybe it's because I haven't... Oh, I've got an idea. Wait, hang on a second. I think I've got an idea. What if I copy a character? Okay, never mind. That doesn't work. Maybe they copied their character over. The copy is broken. Well, that's that idea out of the window, isn't it? Anyway, I really wanted to test out the mage stuff, though. They did delete my character. Well, my character's gone. It's because I've played No Rest for the Wicked. Bad that. All right. Anyway, let's have a little look. I want to go to the training dummies, which are over here, I think. They're over here somewhere, aren't they? They're like here. Hello. I'm here to test some hero talents. What do you mean they're deleting all frost mages after the game? Why do I have no buttons now?
I don't have a target.
What? Where are my buttons gone? Oh, it's because I logged out. Oh, it's because I logged out. I didn't reload. I am buttonless. What is it? Why am I fishing? Why am I fishing? Is this a fishing rod? Oh, it's a kite. Oh, it's a kite. I've got a kite. Ah! Why is the kite bigger than me? Wait, what is this? It's so funny because whenever I played WoW before, I never cared about any of this. I never even knew this existed. Look at my kite. It's so cute. All right, focus. Hero talents. Although I've got to put everything back on my bars again. Well, that's fine. We can do that. Am I still in Arcane? No, I'm in Frost. I'm in the right spec. So that's good at least. I need to do a reload after this to save. I think you have to reload in order for your buttons to save. Wait, let me test that theory. Because if I do all this and then I reload and then it doesn't save, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh, it did. Okay. So I think we're safe. That's not the right button for that one. Alright, Frozen Orb, Ice Lance, Flurry, Barrier. That's usually on Shift 4, Shift 9, Shift E, 8, Q, Shift 0, whatever that button is. Displacement, I ain't pressing that. I think I had another button. I think that was T. I think I need to keybind that one. Alright. Ice Nova is Shift 2. That's Shift 6. That's Blizzard, wherever Blizzard is. But I need a Blizzard macro because I ain't pressing that. Oh, wait. These saved. These curse sayings saved. Well, I should probably put Frostbolt on my bars. That seems quite integral and important. Yeah, the new spell book is cool. It looks great. Like, I feel like it's easier to find stuff because it's very, very visual. Because there's more on the screen, I suppose. I want the duck. Give me duck. All right, that's all my buttons back. Let me reload again, just to make sure. I don't have to do this again. All right, reload. Aww. Oh. Okay, so let's have a look at the hero talents, hero specs. Shall we have a look at Spell Slinger first? And then we can swap to fire and look at the fire ones. Hello, welcome to the Okaymage guide for Frost 4, The War Within. In the first episode, we will remove Frostbolt from the action bar. That is good advice. Okay, let's have a little look at Spell Slinger, which is the mix of Frost and Arcane. So, the way that they phrased the hero specs is that they wanted to add a little bit more, was it the way that they worded, like evergreen content, a little bit more customization, but also thematically themes that already exist in WoW. So your character has a cool like thematic theme, so it's not just more things to balance, I suppose. Class fantasy, it's a little bit of that as well. Okay, so Spellslinger, the first one, Splintering Sorcery. So this is kind of the bread and butter of Spellslinger. They all seem to have a core fundamental mechanic, whether it be Frostfire Mastery for Frostfire or the Splinters for Spellslinger. And I think for Sun Fury, it was spheres, like you conjure spheres. So it seems to be there's going to be some core thing that everything interacts with, basically. And then Splintering Sorcery means that whenever you consume a Winter Steel, you fire a Frost Splinter that fires at your target. And the Frost Splinter is a sharp projectile that deals damage and then also deals some damage over time. So I think it's a passive. It sounds like an icicle. So it's another icicle, I think. I don't think Frost Splinter is a... Is Frost Splinter an actual ability that you press? Don't think it is, right? I don't need more buttons, all right? I press one button, and that's Frostbolt. Don't give me more buttons. All right, so it's basically another icicle. It deals damage on impact and then is also a dot. That's essentially what it is. And then you have Augury Abounds. So most of these, you are going to get all of them. So like when you successfully put points in all of them. So there are a few choice nodes, but you basically get all the points. A couple of choice nodes, but you have all the points anyway. So these ones you'll just get. Augury Abounds. So casting Icy Veins conjures 8 Frost Splinters. And I think the number 8 is quite relevant because when you get 8 or more active embedded Frost Splinters, you automatically cast a Splinter Storm at your target. So 8 is important. I wish it was 7, but it's 8. Yeah, this confused me, by the way. It says 1 point available. So when I was testing this on Monday and Tuesday, I was so confused. I spent about 20 minutes trying to figure out where I'd gone wrong, but I think this is just a bug in the alpha. I was like, where have I gone wrong? I spent way too long just staring at the screen, like, where have I not put a point? I clicked on the initial one so many times because there's no number here. There's numbers everywhere else apart from the first one. So then I was like, okay, that's the issue. It's like, it's an alpha thing because this doesn't show a 1, so it's not registering this one as taken, I think, and that's why it's showing 1 point available. So it's just a bug, it's just an error. Yeah, so the kind of bread and butter is that you have, when you have 8, you conjure a Splinter Storm, which recalls all embedded Frost Splinters to you, dealing their remaining periodic damage instantly. After a brief delay, unleash a devastating barrage of Frost Splinters, dealing frost damage to your target for each Frost Splinter in the Splinter Storm. So you embed another set of icicles, they deal damage over time, and then when you reach a certain amount, you recall them, and that deals extra damage. So casting Icy Veins conjures 8 Frost Splinters. During Icy Veins, whenever you conjure a Frost Splinter, you have a 100% chance to conjure an additional Frost Splinter. So when you pop Icy Veins, you immediately get a Splinter Storm. and then you also generate them faster. So you're essentially doing more damage in your Icy Veins window, which is good. Free damage, woohoo. I don't have unspent talent points. Oh, I do. It's not an no, look, it's covered up by a tooltip, so you lot can shut up. It's covered up. You can't see that anymore, so no. No. Right, that's it. I'm not looking at chat anymore. While a target is under the effects of Blizzard, 20% of the direct damage by a Frost Splinter is also dealt to nearby enemies, damage reduced beyond 5 targets. Okay, so basically making Frost Splinter AoE, so this applies to Mythic Plus. It's passive AoE damage, which is good. As long as the targets are in Blizzard, which you would cast on multiple targets anyway, then Frost Splinter will split. So makes it AoE friendly. The first 4 times an enemy is damaged by your Frozen Orb, conjure a Frost Splinter that fires at the damaged target. Okay, so Frozen Orb... Wait, Frozen Orb damage is increased by 10%. Okay, so base damage buff, and then also your Frozen Orb generates splinters, which is going to be really strong in AoE, because if I understand this correctly, like if you throw out a Frozen Orb in a pack, like you've got loads of enemies around you, so you're generating so many splinters at that point. But I don't know if that's how it will work. The only way to know is to go to an AoE training dummy, so we can go and test that. I really like the idea of these splinters. It's cool. I don't know. Like, the word splinter just feels like, ugh, in a good way. All right, so we have our first choice node, which is Unerring Proficiency. Each time you conjure a Frost Splinter, increase the damage of your next Ice Nova by 3%. Which is this, okay, like a AoE buff. What's the other option? Whenever an embedded Frost Splinter is removed or recalled, it explodes, dealing frost damage to all nearby enemies. Deals damage, reduce damage beyond 5 targets. So they're both AoE choices. I mean, this is going to be one of those things where it's just numbers and tuning. Like, this is when the math will tell you which one's mathematically more damage, and you just take that one, because they both essentially apply to the same situation. This is not really a situational choice. This is more of a which does more damage choice. Initial impressions. All right, Phantasmal Image. Your mirror image now summons 1 extra clone. Okay, that's quite big, because your clones take aggro from you. So if you ever go into a Mythic Plus setting, when you're running into a pack, you should pre-press your mirror images, because they also take aggro. So having an extra mirror image is like extra aggro, or you can have aggro for longer because you've got another mirror image that they need to kill. And mirror image also now reduces all damage taken by an additional 5%. Ooh, extra 5% DR. That's strong. So what's the choice? Hang on, what's the other one doing? Your Ice Barrier can absorb up to 50% more damage based on your missing health. I feel like an additional 5% damage reduction is probably a stronger choice here, because your Ice Barrier is good. It can help you survive. If you press an Ice Barrier before something comes in, it can help you survive that mechanic. And also, it's kind of one of those things that you press a lot throughout a raid encounter. It'll add up. But I feel like there are always certain points in an encounter where you take a lot of damage and you have defensives for, and taking 5% less damage in a crucial window, I feel like is way more impactful than more damage absorbed over time. Especially those which the fight has kind of guaranteed damage windows, not like consistent damage the whole way through. There are like certain points where you kind of take damage, but I don't know. Well, that's a good point. Barrier could be better if it applies to AoE barrier. Yeah, I mean, if it applies AoE barrier, it makes it a stronger group defensive, especially in Mythic Plus. So that could be a situational choice, or even in a raid. It just depends, like, if it's 50% more damage based on your missing health, that could be a really strong raid cooldown, even though it only affects 5 people, I think, the way that Mass Barrier works. Yeah, it's 5 people, so it's yourself and nearby allies. That could be a situational choice, I suppose. All right, what's the next one? Slippery Slinging. You have 40% increased movement speed during alter time. Wait, that's... Okay, Speedy Go Fast. Wait, that could be really good. That could turn alter time into like a movement ability, because you'd use the cancel macro maybe so that you don't go back to your original position, because you can alter time certain abilities that you recover, that like you get hit by the ability and then you alter time before when you're at 100 HP, the ability comes in, you take damage, and then you alter time after and you just recover all that health. It's really strong, but I suppose it can give alter time more uses. But you'd have to get a cancel or a macro, because sometimes you might not want to go back to your original position. Or actually there are cases where you have mechanics that kind of push you out, but you want to go back to your original position. So if you run out with a bomb, like Razageth, for example, you run out, drop the bomb, alter time to recover the health that you take from the bomb. So it allows you to run out quicker with it. It gives you more time. So actually, that's pretty good. And what's the other one? Look again. Displacement has a 50% longer duration, 50% longer range, and leaves behind a mirror image. So displacement is an ability. I didn't really use it too much before, but it allows you to return to the position you were when you shimmered. So it's kind of similar to alter time, because it brings you back to the original position when you used it, but you don't recover health. So 50% longer duration, 25% longer range. So actually this could be better, because I was talking about the niche use of alter time, but this would provide, like, the times when you use alter time for movement, you could instead use with displacement, because there are a lot of times when you use alter time to deal with mechanics more so than just like recovering health. Like you use it as a defensive, but you can also use it to deal with mechanics, whereas it feels like, oh, your displacement can now have that use rather than your alter time, and you can just use your alter time as a defensive for health reasons. And it leaves behind a mirror image, so I don't know if that's going to give you the DR, so that's something that we can definitely test, because if displacement dropping the mirror image also gives you the DR that mirror image gives you, I can imagine that it doesn't give you the DR, but it just leaves behind a mirror image, which will take aggro for you. But that's something that we can test maybe. So we already have that point. I mean, that's something we can look at now. So displacement leaves behind a mirror image. Let me keybind displacement then. It's over there at the moment. So you blink and then, wait, do I even have it talented? To teleports back to where you last blinked and heals you. Oh my gosh, it heals you as well. Ah, it actually heals you as well, but I don't have displacement, so that's great. Good testing. Let's just get rid of barrier for now, for science. It's fine. We should probably have displacement when we're testing this. That would be great. So displacement also heals you for 115k, which is quite significant actually. That's a big heal. So displacement's really strong. All right, so we use displacement. It leaves behind a mirror image. I don't think it gives you a DR. So when you press mirror images, oh, hang on a minute. How would you, I thought when you press mirror images. Reduce, while your images are active, damage taken is reduced by 20%. I wonder if the clone left behind also makes you take 5% less damage. Or, sorry, 20% less damage. I'm thinking of the ability. I have an army of gnomes! Well, that's food for thought. If so, that's really strong as a defensive, because displacement heals you. Also gives you a DR. Like, that's a... If there was one thing that mages needed, it was more defensives. Alright, next one. Shifting shards. Shifting power fires a barrage of 8 frost splinters at random enemies within 40 yards over its duration. Oh, that's good. So then not only... Okay, not only is shifting power reducing all your cooldowns, it's also you're dealing damage in that window, because if it fires 8 frost splinters, then that also activates Splinter Storm. So you're dealing damage while shifting power, which you are anyway. Shifting power does deal a little bit of damage, but it's like extra damage during your shifting power channel. Spell Frost Teachings. Direct damage from a frost splinter has a 5% chance to summon an icy comet, dealing damage to nearby enemies and increasing the damage enemies take from you by 6%. Oh, direct damage from a frost splinter has a 5% chance to summon an icy comet, which increases the damage enemies take from you by 6%. So an RNG passive buff. 5%. Don't know how I feel about this. Okay. Force of will gain 2% increased crit. Oh. 2% increased crit chance. I mean, that's good. Passive stats is always good because you can have more stats, and the more stats, the better. Gain 5% increased critical strike damage. Okay, that's really good for Frost because Frost is all about his crit damage with Shatter. And then Splinter Storm is whenever you have 8 or more active embedded Frost Splinters, you can automatically cast a Splinter Storm at your target, which recalls all of your Frost Splinters, dealing their remaining periodic damage instantly. After a brief delay, unleash a devastating barrage of Frost Splinters, dealing damage to your target for each Frost Splinter in the Splinter Storm, so 8. Splinter Storm applies Winter's Chill to... Oh, wait, hang on a second. Splinter Storm applies Winter's Chill to its target. Wait, that's really strong. The only thing that can give you Winter's Chill at the moment is Flurry. So it's another Flurry. So is Splinter Storm is a passive. Which passively happens. Because I was thinking you could kind of control this so that you have Winter's Chill for like a Glacial Spike or for your Ray of Frost or whatever you'd want to control it for, but... I suppose you just react to it. Fire 2, Ice Lancers or whatever abilities you have available. Comet Storm, Ray of Frost. Treat it like any other Winter Storm. I feel like Spellslinger is quite powerful. I mean, they're all going to be powerful, but it's a lot of passive damage, really. It's not much for you to think about. It's all kind of passive. It's like passive damage. So you don't really have any new abilities or cool new interactions. It's kind of a brand new passive interaction that basically just deals passive damage. Don't know how exciting that is for people, but there are already a lot of buttons, so I don't know, maybe another thing to track, or if you would even want to track it, just like, oh, you just get eight splinters and then it just deals damage. All right, so let's have a look at the fire. Let's have a look at the 2 fire hero specs. Yeah, it is like the artifact weaponry in Legion. You're right. Okay, so we've got Frostfire and Sun Fury. So let's have a look at Frostfire first. And then we can go into other things in the alpha. Frostfire Mastery. Your damaging fire spells generate 1 stack of Fire Mastery and Frost spells generate 1 stack of Frost Mastery. So you know when we were talking about each hero spec has like a bread and butter to it, the main focus. So for Spellslinger, it was the Splinters. For Frostfire, it's going to be Frostfire Mastery. You're basically juggling your Fire stacks, your Fire Mastery stacks, and your Frost Mastery stacks. Because Fire Mastery increases your haste by 1%, and Frost Mastery increases your Mastery by 1% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 8 times. So you're juggling the 2 different stacks by using a Fire ability and a Frost ability. And then when you reach 8 stacks, stacking up to 8 times each, adding stacks does not refresh the duration. So, I mean, with fire, because, well, I don't know, modern day fire, combustion is not so much of a hard hitting cooldown because fire's kind of moved away from being a burst damage profile spec and it's kind of more of a consistent damage profile now, isn't it? Because combustion is off cooldown fairly often and it doesn't really hit as hard. So it's more of a consistent damage profile spec as opposed to what it was, which was a burst damage profile spec, which is kind of what Arcane is at the moment, but I don't know. I've seen talks of combustion not being like a really strong cooldown anymore. Well, what I was thinking is that you'd want to kind of stack these up for your burst damage window, and then go into your burst damage window with the max stats. So like when you're in your downtime before you go into your cooldown phase, you'd want to make sure that you're stacking up your fire spells, stacking up your frost spells, so they were both on max. And also, because adding stacks doesn't refresh the duration, you'd want to activate it just before you go into your burst window. So what I'm saying is there'd be a bit of management with that kind of play style. But for Frost, for example, you're not really managing that as much because you are consistently dealing damage. Sure, maybe if you're playing Glacial Spike and you want to hit your Glacial Spike when you have max stacks of, especially Mastery, because that'll buff Glacial Spike, you could juggle it a little bit, but you're always dealing damage, so you wouldn't really manage it as much. So yeah, I was wondering with the splinters, it's kind of just passive damage. You don't really juggle, it just happens. Whereas with Frostfire Mastery, I wonder if you really have to juggle your stacks and like think about when you're activating the max stacks, because it won't refresh, or if it will just passively happen. All right, anyway, me talking. Sorry if I'm boring everyone, but I haven't looked at the mage hero talents yet, and it's like, I love discussing stuff like this. And it's only my initial impressions, and we're only in alpha. Like, things are always subject to change, and numbers are not really worth going through now. A lot of the time with choices, it's just like which one does more damage, and that's kind of it. But it's still good to go through. So Frostfire Bolt is coming back, which a lot of people will probably be happy about, because a lot of people did enjoy Frostfire Bolt. Frostfire Bolt was very early on when I played WoW. I think it was in Legion, or it got removed in Legion.
Blah 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 earlier to big brain mage cooking love.
Overnose, thank you so much for the 11 months. By the way, Overnose, I don't know if you saw, but I put the art that you made for me in my Twitch bio because I love it so much, and I linked it to your Twitter as well. But yeah, I put it in my about on my Twitch page because it's so good, and I look at that almost every day, and I really love that piece of art that you made. So you made it for my birthday, and I'm still very thankful. It's amazing. So thank you again. I really love it. It's very entertaining watching you go blah 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 earlier to big brain mage cooking. Oh, I just love looking for all the talents. I know, you know what's really funny? It's like when I play Final Fantasy 14, I'm living my best casual life, and I'm just like, I don't know, just love. And then it's really cool when you can go into stuff that like you're really passionate about, and it's like, I'm really passionate about Black Mage, but I'm new and I'm learning, so I can't really go into like deep dive analysis of Black Mage yet because I don't understand the core fundamentals of the spec, and I'm just having fun. But like when I'm looking at the mage hero talents, I'm like, I have a grasp already, quite a high-end grasp. I'm a little bit out of touch because I haven't looked at season 3 mage too much, so I'm a little bit out of touch. My information might be a little bit outdated, but I don't think it changes much. No, I'm not an out of touch boomer, but I did have a boomer moment yesterday. Do you want to hear what was my boomer moment yesterday? Everyone's going to be like, no, we don't care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Yesterday I had a big boomer moment. I played TFT in League for the first time in ages, and whenever I play TFT, I only pick the mage team. That's all I pick, the mage team. And I'll just play the same team every single game. I always go out first, but like, who cares? So I always build the mage team. And I looked at the rankings of because I always build the teams on a tier list, because like, yeah, you can just create teams yourself, but like, I always look at the tier list of like the best teams, and then whichever one sounds magey, I'll just pick that and I'll play that every game. But there are no mage ones, none. So I'm not playing this season, basically. I'm not playing this season. I refuse, because there's no mage teams. So I was like, that can't be right. So I looked through, none of them sounded magey. There were no spell slingers, like nothing was mage sounding. So I was like, this is an outrage. What's like heavenly? Boo! Heavenly duelists? No thanks. Reapers? No. So I had a look at all the different types of teams, like all the different traits, and there is one. There are Arcanists. There are Arcanists. And I was like, okay, fine. There is a mage trait. So I was like, where are Arcanists? I haven't seen any teams with the name Arcanists in here. So I do a good old Control F and I search Arcanists. Do you want to know what happened? It took me to the very bottom of the list, the D tier, where there were Arcanists. So I was like, why are these so low down? So I played a game. I played 2 games building this Arcanist team, and I went out so quick. I lasted like 4 rounds and I came out last both games, so I'm not playing anymore. And then I was like, okay, losing this early and losing like this is also not fun, so I'm gonna give in and I'm gonna pick one of these top teams. So I then started looking through the top teams, and it was also complicated. It's like a fast 9 playstyle where you have to consistently lose or consistently win. The only way that you can pull off a fast 9 or a fast 8, you have to really strategize and like lose just enough that you don't lose enough points, but you maintain a losing streak. And it's like, I don't know how to do that. I haven't played TFT in ages. I'm like so casual. And then the only other option was another like, not complicated play style, but it was like, I just want to play the game. I just want to build stuff. Like, I don't want to have this like hardcore sweaty thing. I felt like this is my boomer moment because I just wanted a standard gameplay. But the thing is, when you play a game a lot and you play every single day, like the bog standard can become monotonous or boring. And it's like that depth is what interests people. That like really sweaty like style gameplay is what really can get people invested. It makes people enjoy it. Like that depth, the depth of that play style. So like all of the top teams were a bit more of a really advanced play style. And there's me, like plays TFT once in a blue moon. I don't know anything about the season. I don't know how anything interacts, and I don't know who wants what item. It's like, I just want to play a game and not have this sweaty try hard. I need to study to learn how to like lose enough that I keep a kill streak. And I was just like, I had such a boomer moment where I was thinking, I just want to play. Where's a standard, just bog standard, normal play style? Why does it all have to be sweaty and complicated? So anyway, that was my boomer moment yesterday. I just want to play the game. Why does it all have to be like really complicated and confusing and put loads of hours into practicing or learning? I just want to jump in, play the game and leave. Anyway, so that was my boomer moment yesterday. That's why I rarely play PvP games these days. I know, I'm like, why is everything so complicated? Like, I just want to play. Like, yeah. All right, let's have a look at Frostfire. All right, so you have to maintain the mastery. That's the bread and butter of this one. So the first choice node, Imbued Warding. Blazing Barrier also casts an Ice Barrier at 25% effectiveness. This also affects your Mass Barrier. So Blazing Barrier is a little bit special because enemies that attack you take damage. It's a very small amount of damage. And then Frost Barrier causes enemies that attack you to be slowed, and I can't remember what Prismatic Barrier does, the arcane one, off of the top of my head, but they all kind of have like a little effect, but it doesn't really matter. Like, you don't really care about that most of the time. It's